Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Gold. In the last episode we managed to make our way to Violet City. We also faced our rival who for some reason or another is called Logan. It made better sense in my head at the time. And in this episode we're going to start, well, this is Violet City, isn't it a wonderful place? You may also notice, if you're not blind, potentially, that I am playing this at a nighttime setting, slightly different sort of circumstance to be playing the game under. It's just darker, you get some different Pokemon, different things happen in nighttime, not massive stuff, but we're going to start by going up here. A place called the Sprout Tower. I think it's technically called the Bellsprout Tower, because there's a ton of people in here who like Bellsprout. I don't really know why. I'd love to know how Bellsprout got a tower dedicated to him. This is like center thing. What the fuck is this? Lady, what's going on? See the pillar shaking? People are training upstairs. They're making an this is like the structure. The main like pillar of the tower. It's shaking side to side quite a lot. So I'd be worried about that if I were you. So this place is kind of boring. Well, it's not too bad. But you'll see why I mean it's kind of boring once we actually get up here and battle this guy. Because I'm going to skip the battles in here. Because do you want to have a guess what they have as a Pokemon? Would you like to have a brief? It's a Bellsprout. Every single Pokemon, except for I think 2 out of all the different Pokemon they have in here, is a Bellsprout. So once I'm done with this battle, I will skip the rest of them. Because you don't need to see it. It's not that exciting. It really isn't that exciting. So anyway guys, how are we doing? I'm having a wonderful time. Driving lessons. I do driving lessons now. I don't do driving lessons. I am learning to drive, which is frightening. When I mean frightening, I don't know. I think there's a strange thing about driving. Having played like driving games and even things like Grand Theft Auto and, you know, Just Cause and all those sandbox games, you know, where you have a car but you're not really you are in control, but you don't. There's no rules. You can crash into people. You can blow things up with your car. You can ram straight into them. Don't think about that when you're driving a car. It's a really weird thing to think about. Your mind flickers to that and you think, don't do it. Don't drive off the road. Really don't do it. Really bad idea. And especially in some games where, like American games where you have to drive on the right. I have to remember, this is British roads. You drive on the left, which is the right thing to do. Even though it's the left side of the road. It makes sense, okay? And you know, steering wheels, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're just going to keep on going. Bellsprout Tower. Hello, it's another sage guy. We stand guard in this tower. Here, we express our gratitude to honor all Pokemon, especially Bellsprout. Why have they even got a tower dedicated to Bellsprout? He's not that good a Pokemon. I mean, actually, I'm going to keep going with that point. Because Bellsprout is a Generation 1 Pokemon. This is Generation 2. This is Johto. Why not have a tower dedicated to, like, Spinarak? Or Hoo-Hoo or something? I would like to know how beating up some Bellsprouts, beating up so many Bellsprouts in battles, gives me so much experience. They're level 3. Every single one has been level 3 so far. But because they're a grass type, and I'm a water type, they do have a little bit of a... They do leave a bit of a mark. Do I need one now? I know they get more tricky. They go like level 6 or something. I don't know. Don't really care. I trained to find enlightenment in Pokemon. Especially fucking Bellsprout. I do wonder if they see me coming, walking into those doors with a Totodile, which is a water type by the way, and they have Bellsprouts. They sort of think, oh, we can have this guy. We can have this guy. Like the oldest HM lights even pitch black darkness. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, these people are doing damage to me. Jesus, I like leveled up and I got to level like 13. But they are doing damage to me. You know, I've learned Water Gun now. Dylan's got Water Gun, which is very good, but kind of useless against grass Pokemon like Bellsprout. Let me see how much you trust your Pokemon, especially Bellsprout. Whoa, no, he's got a Hoo-Hoo. Yeah, actually, not everybody in this gym location has a Bellsprout. Do they like bully this guy because he hasn't got a Bellsprout? He's got a Hoo-Hoo. That's like completely different. It's actually super effective because it's a flying type against friggin' Bellsprout. Do they like shun him? Do they lock him in the Bellsprout Tower dungeon? Curious. I'm very curious now. Troy is shunned from society in a way. I don't know. It's another pillar. Oh, something's going on. Shaking. It's Logan. Get the fuck out of the way.
You are indeed skilled as a trainer. As promised, here is your HM. But let me say this, you should treat your Pokemon better. The way you battle is far too harsh. And the way I speak is far too harsh. Pokemon are not tools of war. That actually hurts my throat way more than it should. He claims to be the elder, but he's weak. He stands to reason. I never lose to fools who babble about being so nice to Pokemon. I only care about strong Pokemon that can win. I really couldn't care less about weak Pokemon.
Logan using an escape rope does kind of ruin the mood a little bit. Okay, doesn't matter. We're just gonna... This is an escape rope. We got one of our own. That's fine. So, I'm just gonna fight the elder. I bet he has Bellsprouts. He's got loads of Bellsprouts. I bet he absolutely has friggin' loads of Bellsprouts. This is mainly to get the HM, which is what the other guy was talking about. The Flash, it's called Flash, and we need it for a different location later in the game. Stuff happens. It illuminates dark caves like the one we went to, which was called Dark Cave. But yeah, he's got Bellsprouts. I might as well show you this because it's very exciting. It's clearly the last moment in the game where we fight a Bellsprout. They use Vine Whip. It's super effective, which could be a problem if my Dylan wasn't an absolute beast at the moment. He's a strong crocodile little reptile thing. So I have learned Water Gun, but it'll be useless in this situation. It's going to be helpful in what we do in a little bit, but it's not very helpful right now because it would do like nothing. It would like no damage whatsoever. Might be happy for his Might be good for his last Pokemon. I think I remember what he has for his last Pokemon. I think it's fairly powerful. I think actually this is supposed to be the thing you do after the gym, which is why this, the Hoot Hoot, is like stronger than the gym leader's best Pokemon. So yeah, maybe. And it's got some... I got a critical hit! Yes. Oh yes. Foresight. Foresight's a funny little move. I used to never ever know what it meant. Never knew what it did, what it was for. I think it means... I did like no damage because it wasn't a critical hit. It means that fighting and normal type moves can hit a ghost and vice versa or something. I forget what it does. Someone will know. Someone speak out in the comment section and prove me wrong, because that's probably wrong. I can't remember. So 15! Still haven't leveled up. I don't think. No, I don't think I've leveled up. We find out later anyway, so I don't know why I said it here.
Excellent.
I got 320 Poké Dollars, which is so much money.
You and your Pokemon should have no trouble using this move. Take this Flash, HM.
Which is HM5, funny enough. Yeah, I'm going to find someone to give this to. It's not a brilliant move in battle. You know, there's other HMs like Surf, which is amazing in battle. But that's not as good. Flash isn't as good. But that doesn't matter. I'm going to use my escape rope because it looks cool. I could, like, you know, keep it to one side and just leave anyway. But I'll use it now because it looks awesome. It's like... gonna fly, gonna teleport outside of the strange tower place. So I'm very quickly gonna go heal up, and then we're gonna take on this place. Oh my god, it's the Pokemon Gym. Here we go! Gym time. Gym time. Let's just say hi to this guy. He usually has something interesting to say. Hey, I'm not a trainer, but I can give you some advice. Believe me, if you believe a championship dream can come true, you believe? Yeah, and listen. The grass type is weak against the flying type. Keep this in mind. That'd be very helpful if I had some friggin' grass type Pokemon, but whatever. I'm gonna skip these fights, they're not very interesting. Why would I show the grunt fights when there's like a gym leader up here we gotta fight first? So, I don't know. Not very interesting, they got like one Pokemon each. Okay, so he had two Pokemon, but they were both Pidgeys, and we are far beyond Pidgeys. We've been eating Pidgeys for breakfast since the very first episode. So anyway, after all of that, all those distractions, we're gonna sort of prepare for the gym leader. There's not that much preparation which needs to go into it, but this is Faulkner. I'm Faulkner, the Violet Pokemon Gym Leader, Violet City. What? I don't care. People say you can clip flying type Pokemon's wings with a jolt of electricity. I won't allow such insults to bird Pokemon. I'll show you the real power of the magnificent bird Pokemon, especially Bellsprout. Yes, sir. So yeah, this is Faulkner, the first gym leader. And he's not very easy. He's not very difficult. I said not very easy. I'm over-leveled considerably. I'm not going to lie. It's not very difficult. I suppose it would only be difficult his second Pokemon, because you know it's a flying move. If you chose a grass Pokemon, grass type, you know. But it's not that difficult. That's the thing. I can sort of juggle him about with my Water Gun and my Scratch. Suddenly Water Gun is my sort of favoured move over than Scratch. You know, Pidgeotto! Level 9, wow. You know, there's a Hoot Hoot in the Sprout Tower that had like a higher level. It was level 10. So, level 9 isn't very threatening. It's especially when I can do that to you. Good God, sir, you have not got a chance. He knows gusts, and he's quite fast, so grass types not so good, they'll probably be flattened. But, you know, there's Pokemon you can get along the way, you just get a plan for in advance. So there you go. Leveling up, not going to evolve yet, that happens for like another 2 levels or something. It takes a while. It does take a while. So he's defeated, it was that quick and that easy. Good God, sir. Darn. He's got to have a nice voice. My dad's cherished bird Pokemon. Alright, take this. It's the official Pokemon League Zephyr Badge, which is quite a cool name for a badge. The Zephyr Badge. Like Zephyr Song, that thing. Yeah! So Jackass gets his first Pokemon League badge. Now, apparently it raises the attack power of the Pokemon, which I don't really notice. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Also enables you to use Flash outside of a gym to light caves and stuff, so that's always very helpful. He gives us a TM, which is actually, when we get around to it, yes, it's, yeah, whatever. This contains Mud Slap, which is a ground move. Not a flying move, it's a ground move. Why the hell did he have it? No idea. Really. Yeah, so that's a fun move. So yeah, that was Faulkner. That was the first gym. He was pretty easy. There's like a $sign in the middle. Not really any idea why. Maybe he's a pimp. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Oh, it's a phone call from Professor Elm. What was his voice again? I can't remember. Hello, Jackass. We discovered something about the egg. My assistant is at the Pokemon Center in Violet City. Could you talk to him? Click. That's not him saying that. So yeah, this is kind of something put into motion. It's the egg we got from, what's his face, Mr. Pokemon Center. And let's go to Mr. Pokemon Center right now to talk to this guy. Jackass, long time no see. What is his voice? Professor Elm asked me to find you. He has another favour to ask. Would you take the Pokemon egg? No. Yeah, actually, we do. For what I want to do, we do. Yeah, we're taking the Pokemon egg. We're going to hatch it. Do you want me to do that off screen? I could do that off screen. I don't know. We could just play around with it until then. I don't know. But it needs to hatch first because it's like an egg, and we can't use it as an egg. It's not really useful as an egg. But once it does hatch, we will be using it as part of our actual Pokemon team. You probably know what it is already if you played this game before. If you haven't, tune in next time for that. But very quickly, before we end the episode, I'm going to go down here, which would be a path which we wouldn't be able to go to. Did I get this? It's a prison. It's a Puzg Cure Berry. A Puzg. Whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. Yeah, so there's a path down here. This guy here would actually block you from going any further. But the reason why I'm down here is because I want to add a Pokemon to my team. Maybe I'll get it first up. I'm going to get it first up. Yes! Yes, I did! Good God, I'm lucky. I tried to practice run of this and I just didn't get it for like the first 5 times, 6 times. It was annoying. But we're going to catch ourselves a Mareep or a Mareep, depending on where you put your emphasis on that word. We're going to make it part of our team because we need an electric type Pokemon. It's a very good electric type Pokemon. It evolves into some very nice Pokemon later down the line. We might as well get it now. This also rages another question about, do you want me, guys, to level this thing up off screen, or do you want me to grind on screen? Which is clearly something I meant to say in that fashion, because grinding on screen is my speciality. Just gotta wait for the bips to go. Bips to go, yes! Got myself a sheep Pokemon. Raise the roof. Raise that roof till it's through the roof. I don't know. So yeah, it's an electric sheep Pokemon, which evolves into many different things. And I'm gonna name it in honour of the person I didn't mention earlier, or the person I mentioned earlier but didn't actually put in the game already, in honour of a little person called, if I can spell the name right, which I'm famously very good at, Itinobo, the Tree's Apprentice. That guy, you know that guy. There you go. On that note, I will see you next time, guys, when we will be sort of going further south and finding out what's going on further south. I may hatch the egg off screen. I may give it a nickname off screen. You'll have to tune in next time just to see what that Pokemon is if you don't know already. But at any rate, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care.